GM, we are live. We are late because I'm clearly not in my normal spot, and I forgot I needed my second monitor, so I had to run down and grab it. I'm all out of sorts. The angles are all weird, and Kyle Pitts is ruining lives. But good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a good one. Methodology here, clearly on the happy side of the Kyle Pitts experience. Good morning to you, Methodology. Hope you're having a great one. Sounds like you are, unless that is, of course, a sarcastic Kyle MFing Pitts. Good morning to you, Joel. Hope you're having a great one. Likewise, Chris. Good morning to you as well. Hope you're having a great morning. Gunnar Ross. Good morning. Good morning to you. GM, Greg, GM Gang. Says, hard to win a pod on Thursday, but man, you can sure lose. Yes, the old golf adage. You cannot win a tournament on Thursday, but you sure can lose it. And yeah, some pods look pretty bad. I think I have one where there's like 4 Pitts teams and I have no points. Seems not great, but Gunnar Ross's a limb team has Pitts. Oh my God. Well, that is a wonderful start, Gunnar Ross. That is a dream start. At least someone's enjoying it, even at 15% in my advancing pods. 40 from a tight end feels bad. Yeah, that is tough. That is tough to overcome. Thomas Awad, GM to you. Hope you're having a great morning. Steven says, for the past few years, everyone has cursed the name Kyle Pitts. Some of us are, but others will advance to round 16. I had Bijan, but no Pitts. Yeah, I have a little bit of Pitts. I was like at market. I only have one of my BBM teams has him, but it also has like Malik Neighbors, and I think there's 2 other teams in the pod with Pitts, so it's like not even going to help. So I think my hope are in the few pods where there's no Pitts teams. That, or I mean, if there's like 1 Pitts teams and the rest of their team stinks, like you can escape. But certainly we're behind the 8 ball. We're behind. It's over. Call it. Just call. You know what the other thing about Pitts is? I was thinking about this. Is it's not like you got 40 from Jonathan Taylor this week, and then his advance rate's huge. And if Jonathan Taylor bricks, week 17 will have no Jonathan Taylor teams. It's like it's a tight end. Like he could do nothing the rest of the time, and he's still going to be overrepresented in the finals because it's like the tight end spot. You didn't have to use a ton of draft capital. Like anyone with Pitts probably has another tight end. Like if no tight ends really break out, like it doesn't matter. So it's not like, oh, well, next week Pitts is going to dud and eliminate all those teams. It's like the damage is done. We have to live with all these teams now. Chris says, I have Bijan Pitts in the flagship contest, the Little Dalmatian. Good luck with that one there. Chris, I think I might have I know I have a little bit of Pitts in the Little Dalmatian 1 and 2. Got 14 of 102 advancing teams. That's about right. A little above market, right? Because I think Pitts was like a 9% advance rate guy. So it would make sense to have about 14 of 102. Running a little hot there, but not bad. Not bad. Imagine making it to week 15. I would be tilted beyond belief. I mean, I'd be thrilled to make it to week 15 in Eliminator, but what a way to go out. 1 for goal line stand. Am I too late? Methodology? I can hop into that and we can still talk about Kyle Pitts. All right, we're in. Sweet. And I got the 10 hole. All right. We'll hop into this goal line stand. We can keep chatting the advance rate stuff, but you know, goal line stands can be tough to fill. And we got a no badger at the 1. So let's see if they take like Lamar Jackson or something, because that seems to be the Dow of the no badger is to take a random rushing quarterback in the first round. We'll see. Here it says, I take comfort in knowing if you have Kyle Pitts on a surviving team, so it will be another fatal flaw. Are you calling Kyle Pitts drafters suboptimal, Terrence? That's what we need to know, because it sounds like it. Fantasy Football Garage, GM to you. Appreciate you. Hope you are having a great morning. Terrence uses comfort loosely. Go Easy Cards, you played well last night. I don't know what you're referring to, Go Easy Cards. I apologize. Oh, are you calling me Kirk Cousins? There's been some chatter that I vaguely resemble Kirk Cousins. In fact, one of the one of the times I've been insulted on the internet, they said I looked like an emaciated Kirk Cousins, which I feel like is unfair. I don't think I look emaciated. You could say gaunt, you could say malnourished, but emaciated was a little harsh. But yeah, I think that's what Go Easy Cards is referring to. The Pitts explosion should advance quite a few teams that are dead. Yeah, that's true too. It's definitely going to carry some. It's definitely going to carry a few zombie teams through. Like if my neighbor's team somehow advanced, that team is kind of cooked. And if that was in another pod that didn't have two other Pitts teams, so you got to think there's a lot of teams like that. I missed something, Greg. I apologize. Chris says, just check one pod just to see. One guy had Pitts, but I have McBride, Tyler Warren to go. Just need 20 from. Yeah. I mean, it's not like insurmountable, like the Pitts stuff, but it's so hard when if you're talking BBM, only one team advancing. You not only have to beat that team, but you still have to beat the other 11 team or other 10 teams in the pod, or 12 teams, right? It's 13. It's super killer. Mythology can't fill a goal line stand all more. Absolutely. Well, we'll try to get a few filled. I got to, I kind of hopped on before I could set everything, but I do want to get the timestamps flowing. I like this spot here. I'm happy with Saquon or Cook. I'll take Cook. I think he's a little bit of a mini tier break here at running back. So let's grab that. I'll get more into the other teams. I'm kind of still getting my feet under me here. Kyle Pitts talk and goal line stand one. All right, get the timestamps going. Subs only. If you want to chat, you got to be sub for a minute. I'm trying to get those numbers up. We're at 355 on the road to 400. Trying to get there. All right, let's see. Go Easy Cards, 23 of 105 advanced Pitt. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Go Easy Cards. I think I have exactly 50 teams on DraftKings and no Kyle Pitts. I wasn't even fading Kyle Pitts. I was at market. It just somehow all my Kyle Pitts teams stunk. It is not feeling good over at the other school. It's not feeling great on Underdog either, but it's feeling worse over there. All right, do we take Rashee Rice? I think, running back is a little bit deep, but I do like Etienne. I like the Etienne stuff, especially against the Jets. I mean, they're kind of circling the drain. They don't trust Tootin to hold on to the ball. Maybe some of that reverts back, but we'll go running back this one. There's definitely a lot of late running backs, so I certainly would be sympathetic to taking another position there. This feels a little early for McBride and Kittle, but again, if you want them, they're never coming back. So it lets you get a little bit of a unique pairing that I think people are more reluctant to do. If I look, ADP of 18, ADP of 15. Okay, I guess this is going to be more common, but Devontae Adams missed the last couple practices, but it sounds like he's still on track to play. But we'll see. Definitely a little bit of concern. Missing Wednesday was one thing. Missing Thursday, kind of ears start to perk up a little. Oh, I was more questioning my intuition on zombie teams. No, you've got great intuition, Greg. You have great intuition. You are part of the crowd. Emo, GM to all my. I feel like my Twitter feed is skewed towards this Kyle Pitts thing is a nightmare. But then, your Elon's algo decides to push like the Kyle Pitts Nation tweets also. So I just see like people I've never heard of that are like, I have 45 Kyle Pitts teams. I'm a genius. Okay, well, I don't know if you're a genius, but you have a lot of Kyle Pitts teams. Mythology thought about you while going off last night. Yeah. Brutal run out for Emo Cowboy. Brutal run out. Go Easy Cards over under on the number of people who, I was one of them. I can't imagine not running there. Unless you're literally one of these people that doesn't check till week 17, who are out there, and I have so much respect for you because I can't be one of them. I think if you're sweating in week, you want to know. You want to know. Jake says GM to you, Mr. Vinegar. Hope you're having a great morning. Only one in my Husky pod with Pitts and top 2 advanced. Yeah, I have a think I have a Pitts team in the Husky 1 and 2. And in fact, my Chow Chow team is legit. I feel like I'm going to win the Chow Chow. I know that's crazy. I'm not going to win it. But I do have a team in the Chow Chow that I thought I liked before the game started, and it has Pitts. So feeling good. Feeling good in the true flagship contest of Chow Chow. We'll see. We'll see if it makes noise. I'm sure on Monday and Tuesday, we can check the teams. Right now, it'll just be like, do you have Kyle Pitts? Do you have Bijan? Because your Bijan teams will be looking good too. 1 of 13 is too harsh. It's killer. Top 2 seems fair. I wouldn't mind. You know what, Terrence? You make some very controversial takes. I actually agree. I would rather it be a bigger finals. I'm okay if the finals is larger. If more get there, I get. I'm sure the math works out to where you got to do this if you want the huge prize pool. But man, winning 13, then winning 16, only getting a finals team 1 of 8 years. I'd rather that be like 1 in 4 years if the finals pool was double. I don't know if that math works out, but man, it is so unforgiving. And just like a random Kyle Pitts nuke week 15 just kind of like undoes everything you were doing all summer if the stars didn't align. I mean, it could be anybody, but it's just like, woof. It is harsh. Welcome back, Evans, to the playoffs. Yeah, and goodbye, Chris Godwin. What happened there? Greg says, really hope a few of those Pitts teams can drag London to week 16. Yeah. They're also going to drag a lot of Michael Penix. Michael Penix is being carried into the finals on many teams. The Clee DFS asks, what happened with Emo? I believe Emo Cowboy is a noted Kyle Pitts fader. I believe that. Emo's okay. However, Kyle Pitts getting there is annoying. Emo Cowboy says that math is very funny that Evans and Pitts dunked on myself and Rich last night, and Evans anti-fan, and then Puka dunked on Tom. Sanctuary. The sanctuary is under threat, Emo Cowboy. But I have no doubt. I have no doubt you will overcome. But yeah, tough run out this last few weeks for the stands over in the sanctuary. Also, if you don't subscribe to the Fantasy Sanctuary, fantastic stuff over there. And their premium membership is well worth it. I think it's like $1. Like, I think you should just do that. All right, we got James Cook, we got Travis Etienne. What we don't have is a receiver. But I'm scared of DJ Turner. I am scared that Cincinnati can do one thing well on defense, and that's shut down wide receiver ones. We're going to grab Drake May on the opposite side of James Cook. I think some of these other wide receiver options are pretty tempting there. The fan and bet, he theoretically will come back, assuming no one doubles up on tight end. I think I'd probably prioritize a receiver, but in this case, just having none through 4 rounds feels slightly thin. But we'll go James Cook, Etienne, and Drake May. And I think here we just make the stack and take Diggs, assuming Diggs doesn't get taken. If Diggs goes, Wandale could have a huge volume game against Washington, although the Giants are not passing as much as they were. Some pretty tempting options: Jacoby, Javonta, Jennings, Higgins plays. This whole range is actually really strong, but I will build out this game stack in this case. I don't think Diggs is going to be back at pick 58. I just don't think that's going to happen. Directionally accurate, just one. Yeah, it just happens to have at the most like a high profile weeks here. 1 of 13, 2 of 16 would be better than again, I would be fine with the bigger finals, but I do like that you make your money back for max entering if you get to the finals. I think anything that undoes that is not good. And if this is the way it has to be, it's how it has to be. Yep. People forget the Amari Cooper just mass destruction week 16 of, is that 3 years ago now? Is that 3 or 4 years ago? Absolutely brutal. Did the game lower the price on Tampa even more? I would assume not, because that game didn't really matter. I think everything came down to how they do against Carolina anyway. I might be mistaken there, but I thought this game was kind of like a little bit of a irrelevant. Like I thought everything came down to those 2 Carolina games they have left. But I could be mistaken there. Emo Cowboy, I know it's fun in all honesty. My few Pitts teams have other Pitts in the pot. Yeah. It stinks when my one Pitts team is like one of 3 or 4. Yeah, for playoff best ball. I don't know. I have not done playoff best ball since last night. I mean, it might. I just don't know if it should. Emo, you can dunk on me anytime. Yeah, imagine drafting Bryce Young in playoff best ball. You have to be truly brave. But I mean, when we've seen those Bryce Young ceiling games, and he'll be negative ownership, and there's gonna be a ton of dead. Not a ton, but there's gonna be a lot of dead Tampa Bay stuff if that did happen. I know. I was using Tampa Bay as a bailout stack in quite a few teams at the end. Appreciate you, Charles, says Emo Cowboy. Always, no matter what, may we survive the nukes to squeak by. That's what we got to do. That's all. It only takes one. You just need one to squeak through, and it's very hard to look through all your teams and the pods and really know how you're doing. Math no show this week, says Go Easy Cards. Oh, you're talking about the show on the Flannelverse. Yeah. I don't know if Mythology's still hanging out, but that's normally on Wednesday or Thursday. So I don't know if that was pushed off. Tierra says it really shouldn't be possible to shut down Zay Flowers. Seems like a lack of imagination and or prioritization. He's too shifty. We'll see if what DJ Turner can do. Can he overcome the shiftiness? We will see. We still need another wide receiver. And we need a tight end. What do we prioritize? Man, wide receiver gets a little thin down here in the depths of Moria. I mean, Break the Slayton is fun if Dart was still fun, but they kind of lobotomized him a little bit, which is not ideal. I think my preference would be if I could end this team with Lad Likely. That's just a jam, and I think we might be able to. If no one doubles up tight end, and no one Schwain Bomber could, but let's hope he doesn't. We'll just take Lad. I think getting Lad in the 5th round seems pretty nice. So we'll queue up Likely. If Likely, I mean, we could take Hunter Henry and double stack New England, but just the flow chart. I can't get away from the flow chart. And didn't Mark Andrews crop up on the injury report? Yeah, glute injury. I don't know what that's all about. Not great. Anyway, let's take Isaiah Likely, assuming Schwain Bomber doesn't go double tight end. And if he does, we'll pivot. We will pivot there. I won't forget Amari Cooper would have fished top 10 overall if it wasn't for that SOV. Brutal. Yeah, I mean, that killed like every team that didn't have, and he wasn't good that whole season. Jets drop bombs. GM. Hey, appreciate you at the bash today. We got to get you on. We got to see on there. Mythology, Go AZ Cards. Neil on vacation. We're back next week. Do you want to join us? Ooh, that would be appointment viewing. It's already appointment viewing. First of all, if you don't watch Mythology show on the Flannelverse, you should. But if you got Go AZ Cards there, I mean, my God. You know what? I meant to keep the board up. This team is done, though. It's James Cook, Travis Etienne, Drake May, Steph Diggs, Lad McConkey, Isaiah Likely. I mean, we might have just won the goal line stand. This team, I actually really like this team. I think this team came out good. Considering we're on the right side of the board, we didn't get the hyper elite players. You know, we got 3 pieces of a game that could potentially shoot out. And then, you know, Etienne, Lad, and Likely. I don't mind those to fill out the roster. Go AZ Cards. So glad I got a few shares of Marks and Etienne before the steam in the playoff stuff, because Houston was like free, and Etienne, you're right, has been steaming up. He's I think he's in the late 20s now. Kincaid Kincaid wouldn't have been terrible. I don't know if I wanted 2 bringbacks, although I think it's fine. I think if you're playing the game stack, you can definitely get there. And in fact, if it's Kincaid and Cook that get there, you might really not need Allen, because if if Cook is cooking and Kincaid gets a couple passing touchdowns, it might just be like a neutral Allen game. So I wouldn't hate that. But the flow chart, I can't get away from it. The tight ends against Cincinnati, my God. And if I'm going to buy the DJ Turner stopping Zay Flowers bit, if I'm really going to lean into that. Jetshot Bombs, here's to hoping you ask has Pitts or missed him in your pod. Yes, that you have Pitts or missed him. Yeah. My goodness. I'll go over some of the teams in here. Let me catch up with chat mode. Math, unfortunately, your show is during work and can only listen. Oh, no. All right, Jetshot Bombs will be there in Pete's Best Ball Bash. 3 more in the next one. All right. Let me review the teams, and then if that one's good, I'll hop. Otherwise, I'll get into a playoff best ball. But I don't want to ignore some of our friends in here. Mythology, what'd you do? Gibbs, Lamar. I know you're big on Lamar this week. McLaurin, Devonta Smith, the Fannin Bet, and Swift. Yes, Swift at pick 71. That seems good. I like your team, Mythology. I think Lamar unstacked is more than fine. Gunnar Ross, what'd you do? JSN, Tet, Woody Marks, Kelsey Mahomes stack, and then Ramondre, the anti-slap pick. Ramondre, nice team here. I really like Woody Marks. I like this Kelsey Mahomes thing. That's kind of fun. Ingle X, super sharp drafter. I think, did he get second? I think he got second in the Dog Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. Allen, Henderson, Wilson, a.k.a. Jerry Rice, Watson, Hampton, and Juwan Johnson. So gets a little mini game stack there with Allen and Hendo. And then fills it out. Wilson, huge discount here, playing in a tough matchup, but I don't mind that at all. So nice teams, nice draft. Appreciate everyone drafting here. All right, let's see. Can we fill the goal line stand? What is all this stuff? I scrolled too far. I went into the NBA. Let's see. All right, we filled it. We filled it. We're off and running. Charles in a flat. Yeah, I would watch this too. We need to make this happen. We need to talk to Go Easy Cards' work and make that happen. Week 15 dailies. Yeah, let me get the, you reminded me, let me get the timestamp going. Also, if you can, like and subscribe. It'd be awesome. It helps out. It helps out. We're on the road to 400 subs. And if we get there, that'd be pretty cool. Because then we can get to 500. All right. So let's see. Chris telling him to play hooky. I agree. Ingle X auto drafted, had to drop the kids off and forgot I was in the lobby. That's what happens. You end up, you join these and then a stream starts, and next thing you know, the draft that wasn't going to fires. But good morning to you, Ingle X. Hope you're having a great one. Gunnar Ross, Strog Bowl, second place. Congrats, Ingle X. 100%. 100% congrats again. Ingle X. Let's see who we got in here. We got Buster's Boys and whoever he's playing with. We got Go AZ Cards, Mythology, Best Ball Viper, Gunnar Ross, Mr. Worth, Patrick Barnes, myself. No CKNI. I know that name. I don't know if you're here, but if you are, you can say hi in chat. All right, let's see what our favorite drafter, Buster's Boys, does here. And then let's see what Nate the No Badger next to him does too. Jamar Chase at the 2, and we're off and running. So I think the other big thing from last night was the kind of failure of Bucky Irving. I know a lot of us were counting on him. He was gone so much of the year that he felt like if you snuck him into the playoffs, it was going to feel good. And unfortunately, he didn't really do much. I think I had one Bucky Irving team get through into the. I had one Bucky team get through into the into BBM quarters, and it's not the start we wanted. Obviously, Sean Tucker, they brought him in at the 1. I thought maybe that when they threw that fade to, I think it was to Evans, they had Tucker in. I thought maybe that was just like part of them trying to set up the play action, and then he stayed out and got the touchdown on the next play. So maybe a little bit of signal there. If you can get a Bucky team through to the next round, maybe that'll feel good. But this week we didn't get home. We didn't get home, unfortunately. All right. So let's see. Man, James Cook again. Do we want to do another James Cook team? See what Patrick Barnes does. I'll take Allen if Patrick Barnes doesn't. Otherwise, we got to make a decision. He takes Allen. I know we just did a Cook team. I'll promise you this. I won't go 2 running backs. We'll do something different, just so we don't draft the same exact team on stream here. But so we get James Cook here. Etienne goes at 11, so we see CK and I. We were kind of in alignment there as far as Etienne being a good pick. Devontae's a little scary. Missing practice. There he goes. So what do we want to do here? McBride. And I know I said I wanted to take not a running back. You know what we'll do? Let's scroll a little. Let's do JMO. Do I really want to do JMO? You know what? No, I'm going to do Kittle. I think my take is I prefer Kittle to McBride this week. I'm going to take McBride and stuff. I don't want to fully fade him. But I do think there's a world where Kittle and the Niners just torch the Titans. So we'll see. Engel X's, thank you, Ross. Pleasure meeting you. Thanks for the red badge. Oh, yes, Gunnar Ross was handing out red badge patches. It was awesome. Yeah, thank you again for that, Gunnar Ross. Gunnar Ross says, GM to everyone except Buster's boys. Yeah. And yeah. Chris Burkle, I just decided all I need is a fan and 40 ball for Christmas. The problem with this, Chris, is like there's going to be, I don't know, are there Pitts Fannin teams? Is the kind of drafter who is taking Pitts the kind of drafter who is taking Fannin? Fannin was the ultimate slap. And Pitts is kind of like the ultimate dead ender. There has to be some Venn diagram of a person who was a Pitts dead ender who was also a huge slappy. And that person, like, they would become unbeatable. That would be an unbeatable combination this week. Yeah, I wonder if I had any teams like that. Fannin and Pitts. I did. I had one Pitts Fannin team. And it didn't make it out. It looks like it scored 5 points. You hate to see it. It had Genty as RB1. No wonder. It was always doomed. And Malik Neighbors. You hate to see it. But that could have been the one. Could have been the one. All right. Let's see. Going back over here. Chris says, no more than one other Fannin in any of my 8 pods. Yeah, and I have a ton of Fannin over on DraftKings because it was easier to go 3 tight end. And he was going very late over there. Even kind of late in the process, the DK drafters were a little slower to buy into the Fannin stuff than the Underdog drafters. All right. We'll switch it up. We did feeding the ducks in honor of the of Pitts. Because we did a lot of feeding the ducks in BBM drafting season. So we'll switch it back, a little night drive, a little more appropriate for December. We'll do some playoff best ball after this. But this is a fun slate. And the 12 persons drafts are really fun. So let's see. Buster's boys. He goes CMC, Chase Brown, Javonte. There, Natinho, the No Badger. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Chase Bowers. And McBride. Jordan Atenza noting there's 2 more for a goal line stand. GM. So they're rolling. They're ripping this morning. I probably will not make it into that one, but if you're trying to fill a goal line stand, sounds like it is about to fire over there. We got Cook and Kittle. Kittle is nice because he does open Purdy, who goes pretty late. I think he's generally undrafted in these. I scrolled past him, didn't I? Okay, so he's not undrafted. I made that up. I thought he was. I guess I'm thinking of the 6 persons. It looks like he's probably about QB 8 or 9 here. So we had 4 QBs go. Yeah, he's QB 9. So he'll be drafted far more often than not. But all right, Zay Flowers goes. RJ Harvey is tempting. Chris Olave sort of tempting here. Let's grab Harvey, though. I think Harvey is kind of fun there against the Packers. I imagine Denver's going to want to run the ball a ton. I don't think I want to do another Drake May team. All right, Drake May goes. Again, we kind of just did that. Try to do something a little bit different here. I mean, I could do Juwan Jennings and do a Niners double. I have a little bit of interest in that. The only issue is there's not really much of a bring back, although you don't necessarily need one. But maybe we'll do that. And we won't because CK and I took him. So there goes that. We need a wide receiver. Jacoby Myers, Devonta Smith. Let's do Devonta Smith. He's been quiet for a few weeks, but the targets have still been there. Vegas's defense is bad. I could see a world where they just want to put a hurting on Vegas to try to right the ship because God knows they need it over there in Philly. So we'll take Devonta Smith. I think that's fine. Would have been fun to get Jennings for the double, but we'll see. We will see. Bindles, GM. Hope you're having a great one. Shout out to the Chads only. Well, appreciate you, Bindles. Hope you're having a wonderful morning today. Thanks for coming by. GM says Hartman. Hey, GM to you, Hartman. Bindles saying GM to you as well. So this team is Cook, Kittle, Harvey, and Smith. Seeing if there's anything noteworthy going on in the room. Got Patrick Barnes, YouTube. Josh Allen, AJ Brown, Zay Flowers, Rico Dowdle for him. Mr. Worth goes JSN, Jonathan Taylor, Judkins, and Fannin. So he's building out a little Cleveland bet. That said, I really wouldn't mind I was kind of considering a Shadur team, but listening yesterday to Thinking with Davis and Jacob, apparently that game's going to be in like negative degrees. Like I'm not a weather bro. I generally think actually the more you know about weather, the worse you do. Like just it's all baked into the totals. Like don't double count. But man, if it's actually like -10, that seems bad for offense. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I know these guys are tough, but man, that sounds pretty darn miserable to play through. So we'll see. I do want to keep an eye on the weather in Cleveland, or in where is that game being played? I should know this. Okay, so it's in Chicago. Man, that could just be absolutely nightmarish. Yeah, Sunday in Chicago has a high of 12 and a low of 5. They have heaters everywhere. We're back. All right, the heaters, 12 degrees, man. 12 degrees sounds brutal. Captain James saying, good morning, guys, to the crew. It's D. Hember. Well, we'll see. It could be one of the last D. Hembers we get. Lock button. Lock button says T-Bear. All right, man. I mean, the time is now. The time is now if it's going to happen for Derrick Henry this season. Steph Diggs all the way at 50 feels pretty nice. Good start there. We see Buster's Boys. He does a Burrow Chase Brown stack for his crew. I think if I want to take, I'm in a little bit of a bind because if I want to take Purdy, if he comes to me, I got to take him here because CKNI is definitely live to take him now that Stafford, he didn't get Stafford. All of these players have 3 receivers. Yeah, so I'll take Purdy here because I need one more receiver and the guys after me can't take one. So I'm actually not in a bind. I'm in a pretty good spot as far as that. So in the ideal world, Will got Brock Purdy short of Mr. Worth taking him, which I don't think would have made sense on his team. We could have just ended up with Purdy Ladd. That seems not too bad. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, Herbert's already gone because Herbert Ladd wouldn't be terrible. I mean, you could do Mario to Debo in this spot. I don't think I like that quite as much. You could do Sutton Nix in this spot as well. But I think I'll stick with the game plan of the Purdy stack. But there are definitely a few backstacky options that you can get to in this boat. I don't think I need to do anything crazy like take Shamir DK, but we could always live a little and take Shamir DK. I don't know. We just did a Ladd team. He's also probably a significantly better play. But then again, it's Shamir DK. I don't know. Let's game stack it. Let's live a little. If we're gonna steal Kitchen's catchphrase of live a little, it's got to be to grab a Titan, right? I mean, this feels like fate. All right, let's do it. Let's take DK as the bring back here. The Niners defense is beatable. We either need A, the Niners to get pushed, so we need Tennessee to be doing something, or B, garbage time. Maybe we get a little something from DK. So that could be fun. This could be bad. I mean, might just have been better to grab another Ladd share. So this team ends up being Purdy, Cook, RJ Harvey, then Devonta Smith, Shamir DK, and George Kittle here. Let's see what our friends and family did. Mr. Worth winds it up with JSN, Jonathan Taylor, Quinshon Judkins, Harold Fannin, and then gets a Watson Love stack to wind it up. I like that. That's a nice way to round out a team. Gunnar Ross, he goes Amon Ra, Trey McBride, Jalen Hurts, Ken Skywalker, BTJ, and Devin Neal. I like all the pieces on this team. I'm trying to find much correlation, and I'm coming up a little bit light, but I think that's fine. I mean, these are all really strong plays here. I like the Devin Neal stuff. It sounds like Kamara's going to miss again. Mathology, what'd you do? Puka, Lamar, Kyron, Higgins, Genty, and Goddard. So taking 2 pieces of the Rams game there, getting a Lamar Higgins game stack, getting a Genty Goddard game stack. So a lot of correlation over here on Mathology's team. Go AZ Cards, goes Gibbs, Henderson, and then goes Wandale, Dart, Likely, and Booty. So, I like this team. I was trying to see if there was more than Dart and Jackson. I like Booty, Henderson. I mean, again, 2 players in what could end up being a shootout there. Booty's going to be somewhat low owned, so not bad. Buster's Boys, he gets Ladd at pick 72. So people definitely not as into Ladd as I thought they might be. So let's see. Mathology is upset at Go AZ Cards for taking Likely there. Didn't like that. Mathology was picking next, and Likely made a ton of sense for his team. So I get that there. Go AZ Cards. Genty at 52 seems nice. Yeah, I agree. Genty at 52 is not bad. Go AZ Cards. Love you, Math, and you wanted me on the show. Yeah, this is why we need you on the show. So it devolves into a Jerry Springer-like yelling match. Go AZ Cards. I'm a Baltimore slappy this week. Want a piece of that game plus Lamar is my highest drafted team. Still do. Just let me have nice things. You took my correlation. Oh my gosh. And RM covers. Thank you. Big DK fan here. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? All right. Let us. That was a fun draft. And then maybe we'll shift gears just a hair and check out the Mitten. Again, I apologize. This isn't a gauntlet channel. It's just too expensive at 25 a pop for as top heavy as it is. Oh my God, I almost clicked the gauntlet. I'm like, this isn't a gauntlet channel as I enter a gauntlet. I'm happy to fire off some. I'm not in developer mode. Dear God. Dear God. I promise, I'm not developing anything. All right. Okay, I got to enter it on my phone. Give me a second because it's being ridiculous here. So I am trying to get into a Mitten. I apologize if you're trying to join and now you're in some kind of terrible underflow. I'm in a Mitten that's waiting for 5. So if you want to get in, hop on in. The water is fine. And if anyone wants to develop an app, let me know because apparently I am permanently in developer mode here. All right, so timestamp 41:15, Mitten 1. But appreciate y'all coming in so much. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. That would be fantastic. I meant to update my banner with something clever about Kyle Pitts, but alas, it didn't. We didn't have time. I barely had time to grab my second monitor. Joel had all kinds of trouble with Underdog being unable to find my location. Yeah, that's an evergreen issue, Joel. Evergreen issue there. Oh, I feel like I haven't had the 1.1 like at all. So I guess I take Puka. My 1.1 is CMC, but being that you can get CMC from you were able to get it from the 5, but I think people are scared of the Devontae injury and CMC is now rising, or maybe some of the content has pushed CMC up. I think if I were to do like one gauntlet or to do a single entry or something, I would take CMC first, but being that we're going to end up in quite a few of these, I will take Puka. 49ers writer saying CMC has an illness. Yeah, I saw that. Do we take this as the sniffles? I don't know. It's always hard to tell with those things. Like Debo's thing started out as an illness, and then he his season and possibly career was ruined by pneumonia. So I don't know. I hope it's nothing minor. I mean, there's still 3 days before the game, so I'm not worried. Should I be? Maybe, but I'm not currently. Mythology asks, after the Pitts game, is Grandma allowed out of the cage? I'm missing the reference because I don't know that I have too much Kyle Pitts chatter. I was just neutral on him. I was just at market all year on Pitts. I didn't have a strong opinion. I know in the Slappy Central Discord, we talked about not wanting to be the Kyle Pitts gem guy because the Kyle Pitts gem guy struck the mother load. If you were the gem guy, you hit that's why you want to be the gem guy. And I said I don't want to be the guy who leaves first, but I also didn't want to have all my 401k in Kyle Pitts gems. So I don't know. Greg says, or does CMC have the black plate? Yeah, the Debo pneumonia. All right, so we've got Puka. It's a little scary that, gosh darn it, Jets drop bombs gets the Stafford Devontae. This is the problem with Puka, is if the Devontae Adams drafter does that, now you're going down a different road at quarterback. Not the best. Joel says Underflow draft had CMC go 101. You're not alone. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Niners are live to make a run, and he could just be such a mammoth advance rate piece, even if they only get to the conference finals. I just really like the pick. All right, so we're going to be pivoting. We're clearly going to be pivoting at least somewhat. Drake May goes. Yikes. Okay, well, that wasn't great. All right, what's the plan here? So I think we have to take Kyron. I think we have to do Puka Kyron. And then what? I don't like my options here, folks. Where do I pick next? 24, 25. Okay. I'm thinking if you're wondering what the heck I'm doing here. All right, we're gonna take Kyron, and we are going to take AJ Brown, and we're going to just play quarterback through the AFC side, and we'll see what AFC teams we can get. And I don't think I want to try to grab an AFC team if I can only take one piece and then end up losing the rest of it. So we'll see what happens. So we got Puka, Kyron, AJ Brown. We'll see. This is one of those places where something like I think the sidekick can be very beneficial because it can think through all the permutations and set stuff up. Definitely would be an advertisement for that versus you see this steam coming out of my ears as I try to think of what the heck to do in this boat. The problem is the AFC is so thin. If I were to take say RJ Harvey, there's a good chance that I don't get Bo Nix because he's the next QB on the list. Someone could double tap Nick Sutton and that's gone. If I could guarantee I get Harvey here and then Nick Sutton here, I would do that, but I can't. So I didn't want to be completely dead in the water. So we'll see. Chris says, I like the CMC Drake May start for the playoff. Purdy covers the bye. Yep. I think that's pretty nice. Yeah, Bo Nix goes to Jets drop bombs. He goes Harvey Nix. So there you go. Pretty sure it was a 2023 bit. Are you talking about the Pitts gem guy? Because it finally came to fruition. Not scared of Pitt's team yet. Still a lot of football to play. Yeah, I mean, it could all seem deep in the rearview mirror, but I mean, it's definitely going to help quite a few teams advance. All right. So this was the backup plan. We're gonna do Etienne. Sorry, we're still thinking here. Let's do Etienne and Goddard. And now I missed my pick. Okay, let's do Etienne Goddard. I find it pretty unlikely someone would take Jacksonville stuff here. I don't think that would make sense. You never know. Someone could definitely take T-Law. It would be pretty far ahead of ADP. I don't think it would make sense, especially with Etienne gone. So hopefully we've at least locked that up. And so we'll set up a Jacksonville Super Bowl against either the Eagles or the Rams. So we'll see if this works. This could be bad. If someone takes T-Law, then this kind of sucks. And Etienne just turns into a fancy advance rate piece. I don't know. We're these playoff rooms can be pretty tough. All right, let's see. Jets Shot Bomb says take Kyron and 2 AFC QBs. Yeah, that's definitely one of the possible permutations we go. I thought about taking Blake Corum there, but I don't think I wanted Kyron and Corum unless I was overstacking the Rams, which I obviously could not get to at that point. Denver or Jacksonville. Yeah, this is Jacksonville here. Chris says, feel like some people think hitting the like button will hurt their advance. No, they actually say if you hit the like button, one of the Pitts teams are running into will drop out for your pod. You should definitely try that out. I've heard it works. I've heard that works. All right, let's see. Omarion Hampton goes. So let's take someone's at my door. All right. Let's take BTJ and T-Law. I want to take Myers, but I'm a little bit scared that if I push T-Law and someone just takes him, then I'm cooked. Maybe that's being cowardly. All right, hold on 1 second. Got to get up for a second. All right. All right, here we are. We're back. And I think I know what this is. I think our gift for maxing BBM has finally come. Unboxing live on the channel. My God. My God. Could that have been timed any better? I don't know. We're gonna open this up. They said it couldn't happen. Here it is. You don't get a real cactus. You don't get a real cactus, but you do get this beautiful cactus hat. It has arrived. But yeah, as Chris notes, the like button. You just hit it. Jets. I'm missing something here. There's some butt chatter going on. What did we get for $37.50? This is what you got. Underdog trucker hat. Boom. Boom. GM watching during a Zwift race. Hey, Paul, GM to you. I hope you're having a great morning. I don't know what a Zwift race is. I don't know what that is, but I hope you're having a great day. It sounds like fun. Chris still doesn't have his gift. Well, it's coming because mine just arrived. My hat is on last snap. I don't know, man. You might have a really big head. I don't know what snap I'm going to be on. All right, let's see. All right, so we did unfortunately miss out on Jacoby Myers because we have somebody here just clicking buttons, and that happens. All right, let's see. What do we want to do here? Are there any more Jacksonville pieces? Parker Washington, Brenton Strange. I mean, we could do... Let's do Brenton Strange because I think he'll be a little underrepresented. And then do we just do Parker Washington? Does that make sense? This team feels like it's pretty dead. I'm going to be honest. I almost feel like I kind of want an advance rate running back, like a DeAndre Swift. You know what? We're gonna do that. Reason being is we're gonna end up with 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 Jags, so we can theoretically make a Super Bowl with Swift there. Swift could help us carry through, and so I think that's kind of fun. And then I can decide if I want like a Tootin or Parker Washington or some weird low-owned piece like a Higbee or a Dotson or something like that on one of the NFC teams. So let's see. Let me try to put this hat on. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. I am not on the last snap, so I think you're marked safe. But yeah, this is good stuff. This was totally worth maxing BBM to get this cactus hat, which looks almost like a men's room sign, but it's fine. We know it's a cactus. We know it's a cactus, not a yellow airplane lavatory sign. Yeah, I don't think they understand. The shirt is the shirts are small. The shirts are small. I learned that in Kansas City. The Klee DFS is strange. Well, the Klee. I got you, boss. I got you. Let's pull up the board. I know Biff Tannen's a good drafter. What'd he do? Josh Allen, Saquon, Shakir, Devonta, Hurts, Hampton, Ladd, Keon Coleman. I mean, Biff Tannen knows what they're doing. So thank you, Biff Tannen. Jets drop bombs. What'd you do? Devontae, Stafford, Harvey, Nix, Sutton, Quorum, Marks, Stroud, Franklin. I like this. I thought about doing a bailout Houston instead of a bailout Jags stack myself. So I think that's kind of fun. You know, if you can start the Houston stuff in round 7, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. I wish you could draft Houston's defense, but alas, it's not part of the game. So yeah, I think, man, do we want to get super sweaty? Do we take Monungai? What if we took Swift and Monungai? I don't know. This could be terrible, guys. This could be absolutely awful. But at the end of the day, I really wish I had gotten Jacoby Myers on this team. I probably should have just taken them and if I didn't get T-Law, then we figured something else out. But let's do this. Let's take Monungai. Let's get weird. So this team ends up being a 1-quarterback team with Trevor Lawrence, Kyron, Etienne, Swift, and Monungai, Puka, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, BTJ, Brenton Strange. I don't feel like this is the worst constructed team. It's a little wonky. Definitely a little wonky, but we're trying something big. We're trying something. Chris saying, maybe your muscles are too big, Methodology. That was my first thought there. Paul says, roommate asks, what does thank you for maxing means? Yeah. It means you get a hat for about $375 in rake. Mythology says, yeah, so good. I know. Hey, Mercs Cards, GM to you. Hope you're having a great morning. Hope A and T 4694. Apologize, I've got your name all wrong. Thanks for hanging out. No worries on taking Myers. I mean, I think he's a good player. I apologize for saying you were clicking buttons. I was just being sour grapes. Let's look at your team though. Actually, I don't think I said that to you. I think I may have said that to someone else. Anyway, you Cook, Jacobs, Watson, Kincaid, Reed, Love, and then Myers, Dobbs, Booty, and Gabe. I like the Gabe Davis shout. I think that's actually kind of fun there. He's going to be low owned. Oh, good. You know how it goes. Yeah, I do like the team. I like this big Green Bay stack you made. It's kind of nice that that's still basically free. I guess you're dodging. If Green Bay gets the bye, you're obviously in trouble. But short of that, not too bad. Plus, if you do take 5 Packers, then you can just take a one-off as part of a Super Bowl. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I probably should have. It's my own fault. I should have taken Myers because I don't think anyone would have taken naked T-Law in this room because that really wouldn't have made any sense. But it's all good. Mercs Cards, Ty Johnson could be sneaky. Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're building a Bill stack, Ty Johnson does make a ton of sense. All right, that was fun. Let's hop in another Mitten there. How do I keep missing it? I feel like I'm just infinitely scrolling. All right, the Mitten. Oh, I'm in developer mode. All right, I'll do it on my phone. Again. Dear God. The Mitten. All right, we're waiting for 5. So again, I'm sorry if one of you is in the dreaded underflow, because if it just fired, then some of you might be in that one. But yeah, we're waiting for 5. If anyone wants to get on in, hop on in. We update the timestamps here. Mitten 2. Sweet. I can't believe we finally did get our maxing gift. But I wonder, did they pivot from shirts? Because didn't they get our shirt size? And then they decided hats? I don't know. All right, we're in the 2 hole. We're in the 2. Biff Tannen's in here again. Someone named Law. That's a great username, Law. And we got Jets Drop Bombs in here as well. So we're rocking her. Oh no, Joel, 4 in the underflow. 4 in the underflow, brutal. I apologize. It's blame the developer mode. It'll get you there. Chris says Ty Johnson is for when you have Allen and need a Buffalo RB in the Super Bowl. Thoughts? I think that's the kind of default. I think that's the kind of default thought there, and I don't know that it's wrong. I do have a hard time like envisioning him as like a one-off, like NFC team versus Bills, and your only bill is Ty Johnson. Feels weird. I think that script basically says like the Bills get absolutely demolished and he's their passing down back and he's the only one that gets there. So Josh Allen goes first. Do we try another Puka or do we take CMC? Let's do another Puka. Because I'm going to get a lot of CMC in this contest. So Ty has a role in the offense as Mythology. Yeah, would you want him as like a one-off or as I'm trying to think of the scenarios where you'd have him is without Allen, and I actually don't think it would be too bad. I don't feel like it would be too bad, and you're going to be leverage off of all the people that so you say paired with Josh, yeah. I'm just wondering if maybe that's maybe you get different because he's almost always going to be paired with Josh. I'm not sure. I missed that, and I'm sorry. Oh, you're Law. Thomas Awad is Law. Gosh, that's a cool name. You must have joined early. Three-letter username. Not too bad. Merck says might be able to add some flex value in a week or two. I think you need to have Allen. Mathology says if the Bills make the Super Bowl, you need Allen. And Merck's cards agreeing there. Yeah, I would imagine that. I'm just thinking it through. But if the NFC quarterback outscores them, I'm just wondering if there's another way. All right, let's see. We've got Puka. I guess we just do the thing. We do Puka Kyron again. Again, we missed out on Stafford. It's so hard to get Stafford with Puka because this is just so easy to do, the Devontae Stafford stack, which I don't think is wrong. But there will be times you get Stafford, and I think I've gotten him before, but it gets really squirrely. All right, on the AFC side, we already missed on RJ Harvey. So we're kind of back in this boat we don't really like. Yeesh. Shoot, I'm running out of time. I'm just gonna do another Jags team, but we're gonna start the Jags stack even earlier than last time, and then maybe we'll do it slightly differently. I think I have an idea. We'll see if we can pull it off. I'll pull the board up so people can see what's gone. I think I vaguely have an idea. Joel says, I still rather have Ray Davis, more upside if Cook is limited. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe, but we'll see. They do really like Ty Johnson. They do really seem to like the Ty Johnson stuff. So we have Law. He starts early with the Denver side. He goes Sutton Nix, although Biff Tannen had already taken Harvey. Yeah, getting these Denver stacks used to be very easy and is now become slightly difficult, which is interesting. We're gonna see what we can do. We're only gonna play this on the NFC side, I think, through the Rams, pending what Jay Renz does. Let's see if this works. All right, we're gonna grab Nico here, and I think we're gonna play the AFC side through Houston and Jacksonville. Ideally, we're gonna try to claim those two lanes, but we'll see if we're able to. This is a little difficult because Law's already taken two quarterbacks. Biff Tannen doesn't have any. They're probably gearing up for Purdy over here, but they They might switch AFC teams because they were the Harvey drafter, and now they can't get any more of that. So all right, do we want BTJ? Let's grab Woody Marks. And now in the ideal world, we can worst case scenario is we have some pretty good advance rate stuff in the running back department with Kyron, Etienne, and Marks. Hopefully the signals stay away from these teams, but we'll see. You never know. People don't always listen. Yeah, Law here asking, what if you don't need Allen? That's what I'm kind of trying to think through. You know, the world where he does get outscored in a Super Bowl. Kevin says, Chad, you are no longer my arch nemesis as we have one true enemy, Pitts drafters. We are similarly impacted by last night. Yeah, the Pitts extinction event was bad. It was definitely bad, especially considering I was not even underweight the guy. I was kind of at market, and my surviving teams, my teams that had him just did not survive. Mythology says Bills defense is very good. Bills defense is very stout against the passing game. They get killed on the ground. Bills build the team to beat KC. That makes sense. And then we have Jets drop bombs takes BTJ. That is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. It's okay. We will still continue our. We can still play this then through Jacoby Myers and T-Law here. I think I'll take Jacoby Myers first on the off chance that this team, I don't know why they would take Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts going is a little unfortunate because I think Texas Fox probably could have used them more, but let's take Jacoby here. And then we'll take T-Law next. Again, maybe I should have done that in a different order, but I just don't know why this person would take T-Law. I don't think that makes any sense, but you never know. He takes Devonta Smith, so he's got a nice Bills Eagles game here. I mean, he's got all the Eagles pieces minus Hurts with Saquon, Brown, and Smith. That's kind of nice with Josh Allen, Shakir, and Kincaid. So that's a pretty good start there. And then he gets Dallas Goedert too. So pretty much everything there. We'll take T-Law, and then I imagine we'll get Stroud. Again, there's no coherent Houston team you can build. But you never know. Once again, people do what they do. So our team is, let's look at it this way. I think it's easier. T-Law with Kyron, Etienne, Marks, Puka, Nico, and Jacoby Myers. So not too bad. Not too bad of a start, I would say. We can check in on the other teams. We've got Biff Tannen. He goes CMC, Harvey, Kittle, Franklin, and then Purdy, Jennings, and Ladd. He takes Franklin before Nick, so he misses out on the he takes Franklin after Nick's, so he had missed out on the Nick stuff, but still proceeded, went with Franklin. He's got a nice San Francisco stack with Jennings, Kittle, and CMC. I like those teams. I love when you get Jennings, Kittle, CMC, and Purdy. I think that's pretty live to be pretty fun as far as teams go. So again, Jets drop bombs seems to be building out. Green Bay, he's got 4 Packers and then is just taking a smattering of AFC pieces. So he's got Jacobs, Watson, Love, and Reed, those 4, and then is mixing in Cook, mixing in BTJ, Bryant, and Booty. So kind of just four Packers plus whatever else you can get. I don't think that's terrible to build that way. I think what he's doing makes a certain amount of sense. I think we'll just take CJ Stroud with our next pick. Make sure that we get our two AFC quarterbacks over here. The Super Bowl will be either the Jags or Texans versus the Rams. I think Puka and Kyron perfectly fine ways to wind that up. So let's see. As far as Texans pieces remaining, Jaden Higgins, Dalton Schultz. As far as Jacksonville pieces, we got Bretton Strange, Tootin Washington. Let me cue him up. Let me cue up Higgins. I think Jaden Higgins is kind of fun, being that he's going to be pretty low owned. I don't think I want anything like a Christian Kirk. I think he's probably being phased out. Let's do Higgins here. Let's do Jaden Higgins. And then maybe with our last pick, we'll just be Bretton Strange. If Strange is gone, I don't think I think Parker Washington is kind of, his race has been run. I don't see him being super involved late in this, but we'll see. Again, Bretton Strange would be kind of an odd pick for someone, but you never know. You never know. Hey, Chief Matt, appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Cromulent team. Yeah, that's all you can hope for. That's all we can hope for is a Cromulent team. And I think this team reaches Cromulent levels. It's nothing to write home about, but I think it makes sense. Chris says, to Mathology, you need Allen if the Bills make the Super Bowl. Sacrilegious, you need CMC and Kittle if San Francisco makes the Super Bowl. I wonder what you need in a San Francisco Bills Super Bowl. I think if you get those Super Bowls that are like two first round pick Super Bowls, you either need to get really lucky with a super team where somehow someone has Allen and CMC, or I don't know, or it's kind of wild. And I think that would be kind of fun if you can get those like wide open outcomes. All right, so yeah, this is not bad. If this is not bad, assuming we get Bretton Strange here, which I think we should. 3 quarterbacks. Don't do this, guys. I don't know much, but I know 3 quarterbacks is not great in this format. Drake May, Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold. That cannot be optimal. All right, so we take Bretton Strange. So this team ends up being T-Law and Stroud, Kyron, Etienne, Woody Marks, Puka Nacua, Nico Collins, Jacoby Myers, Jaden Higgins, Brenton Strange. Cromulent team here. I like the way it turned out. Jetstrap Bombs added a few more pieces. Keon Coleman, so he gets a bill. And then Lamar Jackson, pretty much just an advance rate guy. I don't know that I mind that if he gets you through to the next round. You're taking 4 Packers plus one-offs. I feel like in this construction, I don't know enough to know whether the like Sims and stuff would like this, but off the rip, I think you could do worse. I will say if Love fails and Jackson hits your lineup, you might be toast anyway because you have so many Packers. But I don't think this is like terrible. I might even like this more if you had 5 Packers and then Jackson, because then you could theoretically get like a Baltimore Green Bay Super Bowl where it's Baltimore and then 4 skill position Packers. But interesting team here. Law, how did you round up? You were on the Denver and Rams stuff and wrapped it up with, Jaleel McLaughlin. That's intriguing. He's going to be very low owned. It's sort of the like spiritual equivalent of the Ty Johnson, Blake Corum kind of pick there. Adding Ramondre, adding Keenan Allen. So nice stuff there. Law, appreciate drafting with you guys. I'm going to try to get in a goal line stand, and then maybe we'll get on out of here. I think might have to hop after this, but I'm going to hop into a goal line stand, assuming I get out of developer mode. And then, it's been an awesome week. Sorry, I apologize looking down at my phone here. I am trying to enter a contest here. Oh, and it fired. All right, so we're off. And we are off. And we have the 8 hole. So we didn't get any early picks. That's okay. At least we didn't get the 10 again. But, all right, at 1, 14, 42, goal line stand 3. But yeah, it's been awesome. I hope on Monday we have some celebrations. I hope advance rates start looking good. This was a tough week. Oh my gosh, is that oh, I misread. I thought, oh, David, no, we do. We got Davis Maddock here. My goodness. We've got Davis Maddock at the 7. So we got Buster's Boys at the 1, Ingle X at the 3, Mr. Vinegar at the 4, Patrick Barnes at the 5, Gunnar Ross 6, Davis Maddock at the 7, myself at the 8, and let's see, Mr. Worth at the 12. So off we go. Mercs Cards Lions will get expensive if they beat the Rams. Yep, because you can get them pretty free right now. And honestly, that's probably what we should be doing. I mean, so many of our teams are going to be dead anyway. We should be trying to draft now to get super teams, and part of that is like absorbing risk. And I think if you're drafting teams that you're sure are going to get in, you might as well just wait. Like I don't know. But yeah, I agree. I think the Lions stuff are worth taking some punts now. Daxton Jart says Bills San Francisco Super Bowl probably needs Ray Davis or something to score at low. Yeah, like Gabe Davis or like not Deebo Samuel, Curtis Samuel, something like disgusting, like something really vile. Could be what you need there. Jets Shot Bomb, first time I tried that build, don't really like it. It's not my favorite way to build. Yeah, it sucks, but try new. Absolutely. It makes sense to try different stuff. I don't feel like I like the 4 and a bunch of one-offs, because you could, if you show up to the Super Bowl, you're apt to run into like an 8-player stack, and you might just be covered up anyway. I think that's kind of my fear. But you also never know. You might be able to squeak through, and sometimes those like big games, Super Bowl game stacks, like die in pods. You might be a little more resilient. Yeah, but no, I didn't mind your team. Joel says Love could fail in a Jacobs 3 goal line TD game, and you needed advance. Yeah, that's why and if you're gonna get an advance rate QB unstacked, it's like Lamar Jackson is sort of the prototype for that. All right. Do we want Josh Allen or do we want Saquon? I think my heart of hearts says it might just be Saquon week. And considering I have no Saquon in BBM that survived, well, I mean, Saquon's probably going to nuke. Thomas Awad says, it was pretty thin. Patriots fell, so I went for it. Hope Rams don't get the bye. Yeah, that's the other thing, is we don't know who's getting the bye. So some of this stuff is going to end up really rough when we're not scoring points from teams that we were sort of counting on week 1. Lions, Rams, go Gibbs. That would make the Lions really fun for playoff best ball and great for my bags. 100%. Yeah, the Lions and playoff best ball are fun. They're a team I feel like we were all fighting for when these way too early contests opened, and now you can kind of almost backstack them. Go Easy Cards. If I win $1 million+ in best ball season, I will make an appearance on Wake Up Best Ball and Flannelverse. Well, you are welcome on the channel Go Easy Cards, even if you don't win $1 million. If you would like to come on at some point. Chris says Allen, Cook, Kittle, Jennings, Purdy, Pearsall. Allen, Cook, Kittle. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't need both quarterbacks, but yeah, you'd feel pretty good if you flipped over the cards, and that's what was showing. All right, let's go back to the well. We said we like Kittle. I know Mathology's big on Lamar Jackson. I'm really struggling with him. I'm still not there. He still doesn't seem right. I know he was running more. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something's not right. I might lose everything because I'm fading Lamar this week, but I'm still nervous. Go Easy Cards. If I haven't said, it was a great pleasure to meet everyone in KC. Candles, Gunnar Ross. Completely agree, Gunnar Ross. Completely agree. Absolutely awesome to meet you. Hartman, if the Lions win against the Rams, they're almost a lock to make it. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be a huge game, and hopefully fun for some of our best ball bags. Because God knows, we need some shootouts this weekend. If we don't get shootouts, then it's just the Pitts people. The Pitts people are just going to be dunking all over us all winter, all this long, cold winter. All will have to keep us warm are our BBM trucker hats as we freeze. Rams Lions will shoot out. I hope so. I definitely hope so. We definitely need that. All right, let's start checking in on what some folks are doing. Mr. Worth going Nico Etienne. I know using, but I don't think they hang out here. Davis goes Henry Bowers there, so slapping it up with Bowers in the second round. Gunnar Ross, receiver with Amon Ra, AJ Brown. Pretty nice start there. Anytime you can get those two very elite receivers in good matchups, I like that start. And there are some late running backs as we've discussed before. Is Kyle Pitts the worst human in history? I guess it just depends on the size of your Kyle Pitts bags. It's like a sliding scale. I'm just annoyed that all my Pitts teams are like died because I wasn't fading him. I was just neutral on Pitts. Henry Bowers, is Davis doing the boomer slap combo strategy? Exactly. The Venn diagram of Derrick Henry and Brock Bowers drafters are just two circles next to each other. Daxton Jart, my Kyle Pitts teams are so awful and are going to advance and yep. He is attached to Penix like every time in my teams. So I just have like zombie teams. I did a lot of 3 QB teams, so they're not like dead, but it is annoying. Merck's card, does flexing exposure to Kyle Pitts actually flex? Yeah. See, here's my thing. I do these streams, and Kyle Pitts drafters buy shoes too, so I don't want to dunk on the Pitts people. But there is a tweet out there that's like, the worst drafter is now advancing like 50% of their teams. Like he was definitely overpriced. I didn't want to completely fade him because I thought the offense, for the wrong reasons, I thought Atlanta might be kind of fun this year. So I think I was just at market, but he was a pretty mediocre pick. I mean, he was fine, but he, getting 40 points from Kyle Pitts was in nobody's range of outcomes. I wonder how many Pitts the 86 advancing entry guy has. I don't know, but I do know Hit Him With the Gritty has 0. Somebody mentioned that in Discord this morning, which is brutal because Gritty was having a good year, and I root for Gritty. But yeah, I don't know how many the 86 advanced team had. All right, we got Saquon and we've got Kittle. I mean, this is quite the fall on Chase Brown. I'll just grab that here. I think that's a little paint by numbers, but we'll just do it. Sometimes just the room gives you something. You just take it and move on. Jets Drop Bombs only did 10 BBM. I advanced 1 advance and I dodged pit. Hey, that's some run good. I mean, at this point, I think I'll be lucky to get 1 semis team in. Last year I had 5 semis teams. This year I only advanced 20 teams. I got 5 through to the semis. This year I will be thrilled if I get 2 teams, and if I get 1 good. Like I'm literally scared. I'm gonna goose egg in the semifinals. Jake says, thanks for this gold line stand shipper, everyone. All right, Mr. Vinegar, you've got JSN, Jonathan Taylor, and Javonte. Well, Javonte at 28 is pretty nice. Jonathan Taylor's been slipping. His ADP was around 15. I don't know what it is now, but 21 feels pretty late. Let me see. Oh, see, that's what happens. I'll check his ADP in a second. We're about to pick. What do we want to do? Wandale's interesting. I like the Wandale stuff. The fan and bet is fun, but we already have Kittle, so scratch that. We could take Jennings and try to do the double stack that we talked about last time. We'll see if the room lets us do that or not. See what Falco does. He takes Wandale. Do we do it? Do we just take Jennings and double it? Do we take... I don't know. You know what? We're not going to double stack. Let's take Steph Diggs. I do like the Steph Diggs against Buffalo. I think he still has revenge in his heart, and we'll do that. Why did Davis take Brock Purdy? Davis, why'd you do that to me, sir? I was not expecting Davis to rip off Brock Purdy. I don't know why I still thought I would get him. What's Purdy's ADP? I don't know why in my head I thought I would get him. 53. Okay, so that didn't go how I thought it would. But if I'd taken Jennings, I think he would have taken Purdy anyway. So maybe we dodged a bullet. I think we dodged a little bit of a bullet there. FK Coolers, Daxton Jardy 7 Pitts team, assuming you mean BBM. Oh, that's nice. 7 Pitts teams. Go Easy Cards, join the club. Most goose egg the semis. Yeah, I never thought it'd be me. We'll see though. Maybe we'll get something through. Jake says, imagine fading the guy who got us all here. I don't know who you're referring to. I don't know who you're referring to, unless it's Pitts. I thought you just look 7 Pitts for Chris King with 13 with 86 teams. Man, yeah, that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. FK Coolers, thanks for the info. That's brutal. Yes, Go Easy Cards. His best game was against Buffalo, and I could see that happening again. Make the money with 85 teams. Have 2 Pitts teams. Dear God. Dear God. If you go for 85 to 2, that feels rough. Last year, wasn't there a team that had something like 80 or 90 teams and they got none to the semis? Am I making that up? I thought the team that advanced the most had nobody get through to the semifinals. But that feels like 1,000 years ago now. All right, let's see. I mean, my goodness, we could theoretically get Joe Burrow back and do Burrow, Chase Brown. Buster's boys might take Burrow here now that he took Higgins, so we'll see. I'd be kind of surprised if he didn't take Burrow now, to be honest. I think to do anything else doesn't seem correct. We'll see. Yeah, he takes Burrow. Okay, so there goes that. There goes that. And there goes Jennings. So Jennings does not get back to Davis with Purdy. I wonder what his plan is, if he's going to take like Pearsall or just be fine with unstacked Purdy. This might give us the chance to do something really squirrely here that we're not going to see people do. So we'll see. Where's Fannin? Fannin's over here. Okay. Dart just went. So let's see. They said best ball would be fun. Yeah, no, they lied, man. Best ball is not fun. We think it's fun, and then it's terrible. And then it's terrible every time. Chris said I'm projected with 3 BBM. I would take 3. I'm projected for 1.6, and I would round that down and take it if I could. If you could say you get 1 semis team right now, I'd just snap call. All right, let's see what quarterbacks are out here. Dear God. Dear God. We could do Watson Love, but we're not. We're gonna say I wish it was colder. Let's do it. We're gonna do something you're not gonna see on many streams. It could be because it's terrible, but you're gonna see it here. We don't care how cold it is. We're gonna do Jerry Jeudy, Shadur Sanders. We're gonna buy the Shadur thing. We're gonna say this is real. And frankly, I think it is kind of real. I don't think Shadur Sanders wants to hand the ball off 30 times, even if the Browns want him to. He doesn't want to do that. He's too, he is not wired to be happy handing the ball off 30 times. And the Browns aren't going anywhere anyway. They got to see what they've got. So we're gonna buy a Shadur Sanders, assuming J-Dubs doesn't take him, which again, I don't know why he would. That wouldn't make any sense. He takes Mark Andrews, still needs a quarterback. He takes Stroud, which makes a lot more sense than sniping me for no reason. So he gets Stroud, and Nico, I assumed he would take either Stroud or like a Mariota with some rushing upside. So we will get Shadur. That seems good. FK Coolers, yeah, that guy went all in on Barkley, Kamara, and some other running backs got wiped out week 15. I forgot his underdog name, FFB Wizard or something. Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll take Shadur here. And I'll pull the board up. We'll look at some teams. Davis did go Pearsall, so he does end up having an idea with his Purdy stuff. Chris says, last year I faded all the old running backs. This year I sprinkled the mid. We kind of followed a similar path where I was taking Saquon. Just all my Saquon teams died. Drafting is fun. Mythology's right. Drafting is fun. The hope is fun. Looking at the teams is good. And then week 15 comes along, and why do I have so much Michael Penix? Completely backwards on my... Yep. And I bet next year we'll get it wrong too. Artman says, if Shadur wins a BR, will you buy an iced out watch with the money? It seems unlikely, but maybe I'll do something if I win a BR with Shadur. So this team is Saquon, Kittle, Chase Brown, Steph Diggs, Jerry Jeudy, and Shadur Sanders here. Let's see what J-Dubs did. He went Nico, Etienne, Genti, Devonta, Mark Andrews, and CJ Stroud. Like the team there. What did Davis do? Derrick Henry, Brock Bowers, Quinshon Judkins, Brock Purdy, Pearsall, and BTJ. I like BTJ in the sixth round. I do think the underlying numbers of BTJ show something is brewing there. And I love the Purdy stuff. I'm all in on some kind of Niners pieces this week. Again, I would have taken Purdy had he come back to me. Gunnar Ross, Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, and then Dowdle, Swift, and Strange. Nice team. Love the Brown Hurts stack that you can get way cheaper than you should be. I feel like Jalen Hurts at pick 30 feels criminal against the Raiders. I mean, we've seen Hurts break slates, and if it's going to happen, it's going to happen against the Raiders. Mr. Binniger, what'd you do? JSN, JT, JMO, the Fan and Bet, Dart, and Quorum. So builds out unstacked Dart with just some higher projecting pieces, plus Quorum taking a little bites, maybe seeing if some of last week's stuff is sticky there. Angle X goes Puka, Woody, Michael Wilson, Travis Kelce, and then Tracy and T-Law. I love Tracy. I think Tracy's a great pick this week. Pick 51 Tracy in the 12 persons feels nice. And then just unstacked T-Law grabs the projection there. So fun week, fun teams, fun week. FK Core says, I just think in 4 to 5 weeks we'll be drafting big. What it is. Cycle will repeat again. Mythology says, don't tell Davis. Razor 33 advanced, 49 teams in a 7. I mean, I root for Razor 33. So that's awesome. I would love to see the Fast Puppy Champ run it back again. So good on him, man. Good on him. He had a player take and hammered it. FK Core says spicy. I assume you're talking about my awesome Shadur Sanders team, but I don't think you are. But I'm going to take it that way because, I'm here on the mic. So anyway, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. Check your doors because they don't always knock. You might have a cactus hat waiting for you. But yeah, it's been awesome. If you can, on your way out, drop a like, drop a sub, leave a comment. All those things help. We're trying to get to 400 subs. We're getting closer every day. It is a grind, but we are happy to do it. So yeah, thanks to Mercs Cards. Appreciate you so much. Your mic rules. Your rules. Have a great weekend, GL. Absolutely, FK Core. So appreciate you. And Frog Clone, thanks for the stream. Let's hope we can. Yeah, best of luck to all of you, everyone. We'll be back on Monday, and we can chat all things advanced rates. And you can find me on the various Discords. I hang out in Slappy Central and in the Deposit Kingdom channel. So I'll see you all. Take care. Have a great weekend.